Слышу голос из прекрасного далека, голос утренней в серебряной росе. Слышу голос и манящая дорога кружит голову, как в детстве карусель.
All the weirdos down in Trash Town liked Christmas a lot. Except for communist Vlad, who did not. He sat in his home and watched all the dummies running about with good food in their tummies. What a horrible sight, the Russian said to himself. They're all running around like Santa's good elves. It was at this particular time he decided it was about time that Christmas got subsided. Because everyone was roaming around and not working, he moved to his room and began plotting his lurking. He fashioned the suit to look like Saint Nick. This suit will do great, it's just the trick. So he waited and waited until night fell upon him, and the only person awake was Trash Sheva the Gym. And so he finished his plan going step by step, and then he walked out and tripped on the doorstep. This blasted Christmas would be the town's last. So he got up and started his plan really fast. And in case you didn't guess it, this was his plan, to steal the presents from every woman and man.
Слышу голос из прекрасного далека, он зовет меня в чудесные края. Слышу голос, голос спрашивает строго: а сегодня что для завтра сделал я? Прекрасно и далеко, не будь ко мне жесток, не будь ко мне жестоко, жестоко.
And this was all going fine for the first couple houses. But then he stopped for a minute when he heard the sound of rouses. He looked on and saw Frosty the DBZ, who couldn't have been any older than 3. Santa Claus, he asked in a voice, why are you taking the presents by choice? Well, little guy, said the sneaky red man, you got the wrong present, you see, from my, van. I'm taking this to the house where it belongs, and I'll bring you your present. Now move right along. He sent the snowman back to bed with a grin, and even further into dark times would he spin. And this is about time that the song played again, and Vlad went back to his moment of zen.
Прекрасное далеко, я начинаю путь.
And the Russian had done it. He stole all the toys, and now everyone would be sad without all their joys. So he waited and waited for the sun to come up, and drank lots of vodka which he poured in a cup. And then morning came back in all its splendor, and it even scared off that lanky old slender. All the people in town came to the tree, but under it no presents did they see. What's with the no presents, asked Flash, getting worried. There's money to be made and I really must hurry. Why has Santa not come, asked Marion Henry. This isn't a part of my Christmas story. But listen up guys, said the bleached trash guy. Are we just going to sit here and ask ourselves why? We don't need these presents, we've got Christmas cheer. Is there anything else in the world that's so dear? It was at this moment that Trash felt a thud. No presents in sight, that's worse than mud. And after this, a huge brawl began, and no one could stop it, not even Batman. This made Communist Vlad look down in horror. This wasn't going well as a communism restorer. What's the matter with them? What did I do? Why is everyone fighting and yelling boo-hoo? It was then that Vlad realized something quite shocking, more shocking than the big lump of coal in his stocking. Christmas was communism. There could be no doubt, it brought everyone together, he pointed out. Everyone was equal and everyone got their presents, no matter the price in dollars or cents. He realized his bad deed and felt sort of bad, a feeling never felt before by Communist Vlad. He knew what had to be done right away, but down the hill started rolling his sleigh. All the presents were going and he charged right at it. He wouldn't let go, he wouldn't quit. But alas, the poor Russian was old, and it didn't much help that the weather was cold. But then something very interesting happened. All his communist elves appeared from the bag they had fashioned. They all hoisted the sleigh with their communist might, and the sleigh started moving and it would be all right. The sleigh moved down to town and stopped all the fighting. Stop fighting. I've got all the presents, how exciting. He handed out presents all one by one, and this is how the Christmas season was won. They even invited the old snot to the feast, and Communist Vlad carved up the roast beast. He went home that day as tired as can be, when he noticed something quite odd sitting under his tree. It was a present with a note for Communist Vlad, and he looked inside and saw something that made him glad. The lesson here is quite plain to see. Christmas is communism, no more said could be. And so everyone here from Trash Guardian Inc. wishes you a Merry Christmas, and we hope you get a sing.
It's quiet all night. Tomorrow, if we're lucky, all the workers will unite, 'cause there's a red star up on the Christmas tree. A hammer for you and a sickle for me. Goodwill to all men, let's celebrate by purging the enemies of the state.